To me, there's only two people in this world. Liars and people who are honest. And Pretend Alot Narcissist never, ever, ever was truthful to me in any way. Never told me anything about his life. I wouldn't know. He's always lied to me. He's awful. And I'm going to say something really, really, really disgusting. But I recently talked to him on the phone. I mean, he's in complete denial. Horrifying to deal with. That's why I need no contact. But he's the one who called me, and I called him back. And it's just a death. Total death. Talk. Complete death communication. It was always a death relationship. Like most of my relationships. You can't call them a relationship when they're a death relationship. And he's always lied to me. So this is totally disgusting. Am I really saying this? It's totally gross. I did have to ask him. So, does your private parts get hard when you see a child? Very disgusting, but true. He's a child molester. And they're disgusting creatures. They're disgusting monsters. And that's a really disgusting thing, and hard for me to say disgusting things, actually. Do you get hard when you see a child? And he does. I mean, or he did in the past. And that's not funny at all. It's gross. It's gross that children turn child molesters on. And that has to be the grossest thing on this planet. And the worst crime is child molesters like him. So he saw this girl over 2 years ago in his church. I'm at the Lancaster Mission in 2021, and he's actually telling me that there's a father and a daughter in his church. And he asked the father, well, I have some equipment. I mean, whatever. She had problems. So this is what he told me, whether it took place or not. He lies to me all the time. Now he's saying it never happened. Like, no, it happened. He told me there was a little girl, and he had special equipment in his place, but not down there, not his privates. He meant, I guess, an air machine, which he does not have. So why would you go tell a stranger dad in your church that you have a special, like, oxygen machine? Like, whatever. It's like, you never do that. But he's oblivious to all the fucking shit that he does. He doesn't care. So he wanted the little girl up in his apartment. Whatever he said to the dad is whatever he said. And the dad walked away with his little girl at his church. So it's a small little church. There might be 20 people. Chairs are all around. But let's say him and the father and daughter were all sitting together. Well, the father immediately got up and went over to the other side. And he's in total denial. Just like at Friendly's. He made me and my children sit while he hogged down 2 meals in front of, like, he ordered seconds. He ordered, like, oh my God. And all I had was $5 for my kids to drink this expensive soda at Friendly's. Well, in the end, then he finally said he'd pay for it, but this is what he did. I mean, we're sitting there for 45 minutes to his hell. Ugly old man, hogging down, scarfing down. his food right in front of our face. I mean, that's rude. But he never gave a fuck about me, so who cares? So he's hogging down all this food in front of us. And his receipt came. Finally. I grabbed the receipt. Oh my God. He leaped over the table like a vicious animal. What are you doing? And screamed at me where there were people in the restaurant that were right beside us and behind us. They had to pick up their plate because of him, because of his violence right there in that restaurant. I mean, so what if I grab your receipt? That doesn't... I did not cause him to be violent, to jump. I mean, just jump and grab my receipt, his receipt that I had in my hand. I didn't know he was going to do that. And the people around did not know he was going to do that. So they left. They had to pick up, because of his violence, they were forced to pick up their plate and their drink and go to the back of the restaurant. The people that were around us, forced to go through his violence, had to do that. And he's oblivious to it. Well, nothing bad happened. I mean, he's that fucking out of it and that much of a narcissist that in 2021, he was like, do you remember that glorious day when we went to Friendly's restaurant with your kids? Oh, it was so great. We all had a great meal. Oh my God. He remembers nothing. And then I bitched and bitched and bitched, where he came up with, well, I offered you a meal and you refused. He offered me a meal after he ordered his second plate. And I refused then, because how rude are you? I mean, we come in, I only have $5. I can't get anything on the menu. He didn't give a fuck about me and my kids. He didn't offer any food. That's when you offer food. He didn't care about us at all. He had to go eat in front of us without offering anything. So, there we are. I ordered soda that I could afford for them. I had no idea he was going to pay for the soda. He was an asshole. So over a half hour goes by, and then, well, did you want to eat? I mean, after a half hour goes by and he scarfs down his food, we're waiting there, and he orders something more. Are you out of your mind? I just want to leave. I don't want to owe a piece of shit like you anything, who's never done anything for me, but, God, been rude to me. So, whatever. He, all I did was pay for the $5 of the expensive soda that I was forced to buy my sons, because he decided to go to that Friendly's restaurant, wherever that Friendly's restaurant was at, and just, what a total fucking piece of shit that he really is. And that's all he is. There's nothing good to say about Pretend Alot Narcissist at all. Just, he did, in fact, help me clean out the room. I did offer him $100. He refused my $100 so that he could attack me that much worse. Oh, look what I did for her. And then she makes up all these stories that I made her want to die. That's not the case. No. He did make me want to die. In the evening of February 3rd, and then in the morning of February 4th, he was going to call the police. And he had his phone right in his hand. Well, I can make you leave right now. Why would you, if I'm your friend, why would you kick me out at 1:30 in the morning? He just attacked me. He wouldn't stop attacking me. That at the end of February 3rd and the beginning of February 4th. There's not one good thing I can say about Pretend Alot Narcissist. There's not.